I've taken from the different kind of schools of right-hand approach, because, and now that Victor Wooten has like added his thing to the mix, you got the double thumb technique, which is a very today thing with slap, right?
Yeah.
Now, the original slap, you just hit it on the side of the thumb on the string. That was it, right?
Remember that from way back, yeah.
But now you got all these other things. So rather than having my hand, because I wanted to use these different techniques all in one line, as opposed to just have one line I'm doing it one way or one line I'm doing it other, because I can improvise using the different stuff. All right, so I'm using the regular thumb along with the double thumb, those two things.
Yeah.
Now, because of the nature of the double thumb, which is basically using the tip of your thumb like a pick, more or less. I mean, it's probably the easiest way to describe it. I didn't want to change. You have to like angle. If this were the string, you have to kind of angle up a little bit so that you can like use. You can't grab the string if it's flat, right? So you have to kind of use a tip and pull up. I angle up the wrist a little bit to kind of use the tip of my thumb like a pick. Right. So rather than go back and forth in hand positions from standard slap to double thumb, I wanted my hand in one place for both. And the only way that would work is if I made my standard slap use the form of the double thumb, because the double thumb angle you have to have. It won't work without it.
Yeah.
Right? So everything, basically my whole right hand technique is positioned with the double thumb being the core element. And so I make everything else work around that. So first thing is I lay the thumb like parallel, like from the joint to the tip of the thumb. Or some people's thumbs like curl up at the middle joint here. Some people's kind of lip up, and that's just kind of the way their thumb is. So if that's the way yours is, then use the joint to the tip. If you have more of a kind of a straight thing, more or less, then this to the tip.
Yeah.
All right.
So
you got a little bit of a lip, yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway.
So the joint to the tip is what
you want that parallel with the string. All right. Then what I do is I angle up. In other words, rather than laying flat, I angle up at the wrist. So now I don't pull the arm up. I don't do this. What I do is my arm's off the base. I don't rest my arm on the base when I slap. Because I want this freedom of movement. I want this to be free and clear, right? Because if it's on the base, then it's kind of stuck. I don't want it glued there, right?
Yes.
So what I do is I have my thumb lined up on the string, straight. Then I just angle up at the wrist some, so that as my contact point, that's now, sorry, forgive the, more or less, my contact point is there.
Yeah.
Can you see that?
I can, yes.
Right? So that's different from being here on the side, which most standard slap is.
Yeah.
So this enables me to go a regular thumb to a double thumb without changing the position of my hand. So I can use both of those techniques in the context of a single line. For example, All right. Now we'll get into all the fancy stuff later, but basically that's the idea: is that I can get in and out of standard thumb, which has and they have different sounds. Because if you listen to the standard thumb, it's a very clean sound as compared to the double thumb, which is a lot more gristly. There's a lot more rattle in the sound.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm not really getting into specifics of how you do your hand yet. I'm just telling you where all this is coming from and why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing is more complex than standard slap.
Yeah.
But I think you're going to enjoy it a lot more when you get there. The problem with slap playing, though, or at least learning it, is that it takes a while to get the muscle memory coordinated, because you don't just have 1-2 or 1-2-1-2 or 2-1-2-1 anymore. You have thumb, down, up, hammer on, pull offs, pop one, pop two. You have all these different math. The math has gotten much more complex with the different things that, the different appendage parts of the hand that can, produce a sound on the string.
Yeah.
So how do you coordinate? What does what? How do you know what to do what? Well, we'll get into that later too. The first step is to condition the hand to do all these things in the first place. To get the sound, the basic sound. It's real exercise generic mode. Right? Just condition the hands to get, a good that, and then good that, then pop one, pop two, down up, pop one, pop two, thumb, pop one, pop. All these different, you work different combinations, right?
Yeah.
So it's a complex endeavor.
Yeah.
But we take it one step at a time. But I'm giving you kind of like this overview thing so that you'll understand, because you're probably thinking, okay, show me a lick, right? Well, it doesn't work that way.
No. Yeah.
We got to get the hands conditioned for this technique here. So you have to be patient with this if you want to if you want to add slap to your arsenal.
Yeah.
Which is good because it's a crowd pleaser.
Yeah.